But it's easier for them sometimes because people just go there because of those needs.
Right.
And you have developed in him after many years of collecting seminars.
Well, I think that's part of the problem with the growth of the screamers, that a lot of people don't know that this was the art that Bruce Lee had studied.
Yeah, he's collecting seminars all over. And as a matter of fact, he's recommending people to attend my seminar. That's like his man in West Germany. He attended my seminar upon the recommendation of Daniel Santos together with some of his instructors. They were there. That is very supportive of our activities. It's just sad that he's too busy also on his own that he cannot attend some of our big events, which I really wish that he should be around during our some of our big activities.
One question I have, why didn't he go to the Philippines for the tournament?
I've been asking that. I've been inviting him for the past 10 years. But it just so happened that every time we have special events in the Philippines, he always have some commitments. But he promised that one of these days he'll go over there. Especially that, his parents, both his father and mother, were very sick at the time. That's why every time he had seminars in Europe, he goes down with tourist and come back.
He's very busy.
Oh, very busy. And he has to be with his parents, closer to them as much as possible because his father and mother. But sad, his mother just passed away last May 1st.
Oh.
Yeah, May 1st. I think last May 1st his mother passed away. So yeah, his father is still around. Very sick. He has a seminar here in Manhattan, July 28th.
January 28th?
July 28th.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes it's from being in karate.
Yeah, possibly the way they work hard, real hard, during their karate, during their Jeet Kune Do days.
So I know some of the karate martial arts will have you believe that it's necessary to start breaking your hand in against a makiwara board until it bleeds and it's destroyed. And I know a lot of people who are in karate, and they're older now, and they've been in so many years, they have arthritis all over their body.
Taking a lot.
And I think that some of these arts really, although the art is good, not to say anything bad about the arts really don't work in that sense of the word. When you're developing a certain style and a certain technique, you get locked into that technique, and I think it doesn't become practical. But when you get into Kali, you suddenly say, okay, I have all kinds of techniques that I can call upon. Even if it's not a technique, if I can make it work, they say that you can use it. Well, what does work in Kali when you're in a practical kind of situation? Or when you're in a situation you want to use a practical kind of technique, what does work?
Well, anything works that fits you,
So it's really tailored to the individual.
Yeah,
things that I've noticed about karate, for example, is they would have you believe that it's necessary to put your hands up against a makiwara board until they bleed and you get arthritis in your hands later on and toughen yourself up that way. And of course, if you're going into combat, maybe that should work, but let's be practical, let's be real. What really does work? When you're talking about a karate situation, I have never seen a karate person in a real situation use his karate. He always used something else, grappling, grabbing, taking to the ground. But in Kali, you have that kind of training. Well, what works in Kali? What really works in Kali?
That's the main difference actually with the other Imtihan's martial arts with Kali is that in Kali, we don't need so much force. You notice that?
Yes.
We don't need so much force. And whatever is applicable or fit to you, then you do it. For example, we exchange ideas, I teach you this thing, then you give me some of these techniques. But it all depends now on how
what are you saying? I'm sorry, I missed what you just said there. If you have a student and you're teaching your student techniques, you learn from that student? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. We know that. And, we just want our audience to really hear that they have heard that correctly. Because you learn from everyone.
Oh,
I know that...
definitely. You know, a teacher improves only. A person improves, the more he teaches, the more he improves.
I believe that wholeheartedly. And I think that's sort of helped me improve. And one of the things that I do with the club that I have, a small club, is I insist that everybody work with everybody else, and we change partners and we go through individuals, because that's where you really learn.
Be open-minded all the time, because you cannot claim that you're the best. You have the best technique. No such thing. Because the more you work out with the guy who's very knowledgeable, the more you learn from him.
That's true. That's very true.
Because every time I work out with you, I learn so many things. And I can improve. That's true. And I can improve the techniques because you pushed me to the limit.
I remember when I went down
That's true, huh?
You're
just so knowledgeable that there are many things that you could have done, I could have done. I don't do it because nobody forced me to do it. But then I practiced with Greg. This guy forced me to do those things that I couldn't even tell I could have done it.
Well, I remember how stupid I felt when I was in your hands, so to speak. We went down to see you in Matawan. This is with my friend Louis Bonfa, and I speak about this because he's on the Solo Bastante. But when we were down there, I saw his eyes light up, and I don't know if he saw my eyes light up, and I don't know if he knew how stupid I felt, because he sees how fast I move my hands, and then I see how fast you move your hands. But you've been doing this for 40 years, 50 years? How long have you been involved?
Now going to 44 years.
44 years. I want you to know I'm 44 years old, so we started about 1946.
Yeah.
1946. How old were you then?
8 years old.
8 years old. Well, we know how old you are now, and I guess that you'll never stop practicing, and you really don't care how old you'll be, because you still look like you're 30, 40 years old. Do people comment about that a lot, about how young you look?
That's part of the art.
Keeps you young.
Keeps you young.
Yeah, I guess that's an important aspect of the art, because you want to stay young, you want to stay healthy, you want to be able to use that body, and that's what the arts are about. And we hope that you'll be practicing Kali along with us for the same reason. It's not to devastate someone, it's to protect yourself. So when you practice the martial arts of the 90s, remember Kali Silat all the way.
On the basic, after you block your hips here, then your hips here. Okay? You know, because this empty hands on this, just like now this. Now, when this is not translated into, when you hit there, then he attack with that. You program, you attack, you hit it. Yeah. That's how the exams work now. But when it becomes advanced, when he hit, you hit at the same time already. You can hit and punch at the same time. Now when you attack with that, that's how I'm not doing. You know this is, if you hit, you cannot hit because of this. Just listen to tapi-tapi na. Every time we have this, that's the prevention for kicking. Because kicking, you can only kick if you are stable, but the moment you discover you cannot kick. That's why in the basic, when you do like that, then it's these are still 6 tapi-tapi. This is tapi-tapi. Now, when you apply now, you program your opponent where you want him to hit. If I do like that, I presume he hits high with that. So I do like this. Then I hit in there, I hit there. Okay. Now, if I want him to hit low, then I hit there. So hit low, I hit there. But the problem is, just like this Padadaga, when I hit him here, that's the time here. This is it. You know this? So the transition will be in our... We will start now teaching. We now translate the Padadaga moves straight into the hand.
I've been watching some of that's incredible.
You know, it's got because before we did, now we are now going to India. It's a transition in from the night now we go. Yes. But we have one object on the.
Picked up on the hubad, the Doce party says a lot. I don't know if you saw it.
We have our drills We have so many drinks.
Move over here a little bit.
We have our drinks on the basic, traditional, original system disparage. And we have our drinks on the modified copper. Now, you translate these drinks into hands. That's how you can go blindfolded. Okay? If you have a stick, we do have a stick. So, you have the stick to go all the way there. Stick has the stick there. You black to that. No, black, don't pass. Black, then bring it to the other side. No, bring this to the other side. Then black there. Then.